I feel like poetry has been stigmatized in the last half century or so
Hmm.
as
How
well.
so?
Along with all the other arts, the performing arts and everything else. There was this idea that men need to be tough and macho and only like football and baseball and sports and guns and rah. And you should like sports and guns because sports and guns are awesome. But basically, you should like those things to the exclusion of poetry and the ballet and classical music and art and literature. The bookworm is the kid that gets picked on,
Yep.
stereotypically. Maybe not so much anymore. Or that, the man should have the responsibility to only pursue the things that are useful. And that poetry stuff, that's for girls with feelings.
It sounds very capitalist. It sounds very
Yeah, now you know
productivity
another reason I
matters.
don't like, another reason why I don't like capitalism. And not just productivity, monetizable productivity. Like, no, you need to be getting a real job. You shouldn't be a poet. Oh, really? You know what John Quincy Adams said? I am a warrior so that my son can be a merchant. And my son will be a merchant so that his son can be a poet.
Hmm.
We want poets. We want men who will bring beauty and light to the world.
Wow, I like that.
And we will fight to even 2 generations later have poets.
Well, I guess in the order that I'm at, my sons are all going to be soldiers then. The cycle will just have to restart.
Yeah, so will mine. But I'll be just
No,
as
that
proud of them. But if you think that poetry is just for girls with feelings, for one thing, you've never wooed a woman properly. Good poetry is a very good aid for that.
duly noted.
If you can sidle up to your lady love and speak softly into her ear, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate.
Yeah.
A lot of women tend to melt when you say things like that. I know my wife does.
Hmm.
But also, there are incredibly manly poems.
Hmm.
The Charge of the Light Brigade. It's somewhat tragic, but it's still incredibly manly. Half a league, half a league, half a league onward, and into the valley of the shadow of death rode the 600. Theirs is not to reason why, theirs is but to do and die. And into the valley of the shadow of death rode the 600. I don't have the whole poem memorized, I'm just reciting what I remember.
Hmm. Well, we all recognize that though.
But, men desire their last stand. Horatius at the bridge. Forget who wrote that poem, but that one's also very, very good. It's a longer one, but it tells the story of Horatio, this great hero of Rome, who stood alone at a bridge and held off an army, even just to buy time. There's Chesterton's Lepanto, which is about Don Juan of Austria riding to the sea to face the Ottoman threat and turn it back if he can, and the intercession of the Blessed Mother, which won the day. Our Lady of Victory. And I could go on and on. There's example after example of good, genuine, manly poetry.
Yeah. But we all experience that need, right? I mean, like you said, there's a reason why even though I'm no even though I'm no soldier, even though I have no desire to be that, I still find something appealing about it.
Yeah,
I still love the song I Want to Be in the Cavalry.
yeah.
I still love the song Northwest Passage. And if I get really melancholic, I love to death the song Bilbo's Last Song by Clamave de Profundis.
Mm.
Like
I
I want
sit
that.
beside the fire and think, well,
Not
I
that.
have seen. Not that
Not
one?
that one. No, it's literally called Bilbo's Last Song.
Oh, I don't know that I've
Listen,
heard that one.
listen to it and just know that if I die first, you're in charge of playing that at the funeral reception. Okay?
I will sing it at the funeral reception.
Do that too.
if I can handle it.
Do that too. It is so beautiful. Um,
But, well, there's also the Lament for Boromir.
I hope I live a life unworthy of that song. How about that?
So do I. But I may make a practice of it in my home to have that sung every Veterans Day or every Memorial Day.
Or the Lament for the Rohirrim.
The Lament for the Rohirrim. Where now the horse and the rider?
There's the helm and the hauberk, and the bright hair flowing. Yeah. So in other words, guys we desire a last stand. We desire a good death. We desire to live for something worth living for.
And we desire to fight and die
You
for
know?
things that are worth fighting and dying for.
And even if we spend our entire life, doom scrolling or something, that doesn't go away.
Yeah.
It's just built in.
Actually, it makes the doom scrolling that much sadder.
Yeah.
Because then you're not taking up the spiritual combat that you should be.